Hello everyone, this is Alfia Tangsala, lecturer in physics, faculty of Arihant College of Arts, Commerce and Science. Talking about thermodynamics. Today we are going to talk about thermodynamic process. Now what is a thermodynamic process? Basically, a process by which two or more of state variables of a system can be changed is called as a thermodynamic process or a thermodynamic change. There are two types of process. First is your reversible process and irreversible process. Now what are reversible process? A thermodynamic process is said to be reversible if the process can be turned back such that both the system and the surroundings return to their original states with no other change anywhere else in the universe. As we know, in reality, no such process as reversible process can exist. Thus, the reversible process can easily be defined as idealizations or models of real process on which the limits of the system or device are to be defined. They help us in incurring the maximum efficiency of a system that can provide in ideal working conditions and thus target design that can be said. Basically, if we are considering for reversible process, we can also say that a reversible process is a change that can be retraced in the reverse direction, that is in the opposite direction. The path of the reversible process is same in the forward and in the reverse direction. Reversible changes are very slow and there is no loss of any energy in the process. The system comes back to its initial state after it is taken along the reverse path. Reversible processes are ideal processes. For example, if you consider for reversible processes, the extension of springs, slow adiabatic compressions or expansion of gas, electrolysis with no resistance in electrolyte, frictionless motion of solids, slow isothermal compression or expansion of gases. Irreversible process. Now, an irreversible process can be defined as a process in which the system and the surrounding do not return to their original condition once the process is initiated. Taking an example of an automobile engine that has traveled a distance with the aid of fuel equal to an amount X. During the process, the fuel burns to provide energy to the engine, converting itself into smoke and heat energy. We cannot retrieve the energy lost by the fuel and cannot get back the original form. There are many factors due to which the irreversibility of a process occurs, namely, the friction that converts the energy of the fuel to heat energy, the unrestrained expansion of fluid which prevents from regaining the original form of fuel heat transfer through a finite temperature, reverse of which is not possible as a forward process. In this case is spontaneous. Mixing of two different substances which cannot be separated as the process is intermixing is again spontaneous in nature, the reverse of which is not feasible. In short, a reversible process is a change that cannot be retraced in the opposite direction. Here, the path of irreversible process is not same in the forward and the reverse direction. There is permanent loss of energy from the system due to the friction or other dissipative forces. The change of state depends upon the path that is taken to change the state during an irreversible process. Irreversible processes are real. Examples of irreversible process: relative motion with friction, throttling, heat transfer, diffusion, electricity flow through a resistance. There is a graph which is representing reversible and irreversible processes. In reversible process, you say that the path is same, that is A to B, B to A. But for irreversible process, the path is not the same in forward and in backward direction. Now there is an example of rubbing your palm in one direction only till you feel warmth. If you rub them against in the opposite direction, will we feel warm again or cold? See, basically the palms always feel warm irrespective of the direction in which they are rubbed. Rubbing of the palms is considered to be an irreversible process. Whenever palms are rubbed together due to friction, they get warm. After reversing the direction also, the palms do not attain the initial state due to frictional energy and they feel warm again. So basically there are two reasons of irreversibility of thermodynamic process. First, you can say that many processes such as free expansion or an explosive chemical reaction takes the system to non-equilibrium state. Most processes involve friction, viscosity and some other dissipative forces. Talking about isothermal process, we generally say that isothermal process is when the temperature of the system is constant. That is, a process in which the change in the pressure and volume takes place at a constant temperature is called an isothermal process or isothermal change. That is, delta T is nothing but equals to 0. This is possible when a system is in good thermal contact with the environment and the transfer of heat from or to the system is extremely slow, so that the thermal equilibrium is maintained throughout the change. For example, if we consider melting of ice, which takes place at a constant temperature, it is an example of isothermal process. As the temperature of the system remains constant is an isothermal process, Boyle's law is also applicable over here. In isothermal process, the internal energy of the system does not change. That is, delta U is taken to be 0. Energy exchange is used to perform work. That is, Q is equals to W. Now, an isothermal process is a thermodynamic process in which the temperature of a system remains constant. The transfer of heat into or out of the system happens slowly that the thermal equilibrium is maintained. A particular constant temperature, the change of a substance, object or system is known as isothermal process. Isothermal process occurs under constant temperature, that is delta T equals to 0. Few examples of isothermal process are, first one, change of state of phase changes of different liquids through the process of melting, evaporation are examples of isothermal process. One of the examples of the industrial application is Carnot engine. A refrigerator works isothermally. Another example of isothermal process is heat pump. The heat is either removed from the house and dumped outside, or the heat is brought inside the house from outside to warm the house. In either case, the goal is to keep the house at a desired temperature setting. Expression for work done of heat transferred for isothermal process is taken as W is equals to nRT log of V of F to V of I, or nRT log of P of I to P of F, that is the initial volume and the final volume. Now when water boils, the temperature remains constant. During boiling of water, what happens is the heat added to the system is completely used to perform work and change the state of the system, no amount of heat is supplied is used to change the internal energy. Therefore, we can say that the temperature of the boiling water remains constant. Now, during boiling of water, although the internal kinetic energy remains constant, the internal potential energy of the water molecules changes, and thus the net internal energy changes. Talking about isobaric process. Now, what is an isobaric process? A isobaric process is basically a thermodynamic process which is carried out at a constant pressure, that is delta P equals to 0. Boiling of water at normal atmospheric pressure is an example of isobaric process. For an isobaric process, none of the quantities delta U, Q, W is 0. Temperature of the system changes, that is, temperature is not equal to 0. Energy exchange is used to do work as well as to change internal energy, causing increase in temperature. That is, Q equals to delta U plus W. As the work is done, volume changes during the process. Now, isobaric process has been derived from the Greek word iso and baros, meaning equal pressure. As such, the constant pressure is obtained when the volume is expanded or contracted. This basically neutralizes any pressure change due to transfer of heat. In an isobaric process, when heat is transferred to the system, some work is done. However, there is also a change in the internal energy of a system. Example of isobaric process is including the boiling of water to steam or freezing of water to ice. In the process, a gas either expands or contracts to maintain constant pressure, and hence the net amount of work is done by the system or on the system. When we are talking about isobaric process, we also talk about isobars. Now, what is isobar? Isobar for a PV diagram for an isobaric process is called an isobar, as we see in the diagram, that is in the figure shown below. The different curves shown on the maps provided by Meteorology Department are isobars. They indicate the location having same pressure region. An isobar in the context of thermodynamics refers to any process in which the system remains at a constant pressure throughout. When a system expands at a constant pressure, such as a piston in the internal combustion engine, its volume is increases, and this corresponds to an output of work. For today, we're going to stop here. In the next lecture, we'll be seeing on isochronic process and adiabatic process. Thank you so much.